Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and I'm going to give my first impressions on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 5G. If you didn't pre-order this phone, it's going to be available on Friday, March 6th. I'll leave links down in the description if able, and the price is $1,199. I have the cosmic gray color here, so let's go ahead and jump in. All right, here is our device. Wow, very premium looking. I love this gray. I love gray in general, so the more gray, the better for me. So a bit more of a modest camera square here on the S20 Plus. I'll show a comparison of the S20 Ultra here in a minute. Wow, this is a very nice gray color. Feels like a great size phone despite having a pretty large screen, 6.7-inch display. All right, let's check what else we get in the box. And of course, we have our 25-watt super fast charger. I love that this is pretty much becoming the standard for Samsung smartphones. Even some of the mid-range devices are getting this super fast charging technology, and it really does make a difference in your charging speeds. We have our Type-C to Type-C cable, and we have our AKG earbuds with Type-C because this doesn't have a headphone jack. And these are actually quite good earbuds, much better than the earpods included with iPhones. It honestly sounds on par with the Galaxy Buds. Of course, you just have that wire. That's the difference. Quite nice earbuds here, and some additional ear tips to tailor to your ear's needs. So with that out of the way, let's focus our attention on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 5G. So initially here, I'm really liking the weight, feel. It's a much lighter device than the S20 Ultra, which again, I'll pop out here in a second. Let's go ahead and boot up. So we got a 6.7-inch display on this guy. We have a 4,500 milliamp hour battery and the latest and greatest Snapdragon 865 processor. All right, so while we have some data transferring over to the new phone yet, I want to do some screen size comparisons. So here's the S10 Plus from last year, the 6.4-inch display. So biggest offering last year, middle of the line offering this year, but still a much larger screen here. Really liking this size. Also, my angles probably won't do it justice here, but we no longer have that edge screen like we did on the previous Samsung Galaxy phones. So we have a much more flatter display here, and I certainly don't mind this at all, especially on my Note 10 Plus. I find myself always hitting the edges on this phone, especially when watching YouTube videos and trying to watch in landscape. I'm always hitting those edges, and yes, I know there are software features you can put on to limit that edge touching, but really just not having it there to begin with is nice. So I do like this new design of the flatter screens on the S20 line. And up against the Note 10 Plus here, we have a 6.8-inch display, and the closest comparison is probably going to be on the OnePlus 7 Pro here with the 6.67-inch display. It looks like there's a bit more of a chunk of bezel on the OnePlus 7 Pro at the bottom, and we do have that kind of edge display as well on the OnePlus 7 Pro, so there is that physical difference as well. So definitely going to be comparing these side by side due to the 90 Hz display here and see how these match up. Stepping away from Android for a second, here's the iPhone 11 Pro Max 6.5-inch display. So definitely a larger device here in the Galaxy S20 Plus. All right, and now moving just to the S20 devices, we have the Galaxy S20 here, 6.2-inch display. So definitely significantly smaller device, definitely going to be easier for one-handed usage, and one-handed usage will be troublesome on the S20 Plus. And now here we have the S20 Ultra with its 6.9-inch display. This guy is just out of hand. This thing is crazy. Everything about it is significantly larger than really any three of these devices. It is a crazy size difference. It is so much thicker, so much heavier, bulkier. Everything about it is huge. But we're all set up and good to go. Face unlock works great on this, but I wanted to show you guys the fingerprint sensor in this one. Gets me into the phone every single time without fail. Trying a bunch of different angles here of my thumb. It's taking all of it, and it really just takes a tap. It's just a tap and you're right in. So the next huge thing about the S20 Plus is that 120 Hz refresh rate. And I noticed you can see it the best when you do the scroll down menu here. It is so fast, so responsive. It stays right there with your finger. It's exactly what you want out of a premium smartphone, and everything has been running super smooth here. Scrolling through YouTube here is absolutely no problem. Super smooth. Just look at this. This is crazy. I am super excited about this refresh rate, but I'm kind of worried about battery life. When playing around with the S20 Ultra for just a little bit of time on that unboxing, I wore down that battery pretty significantly, like 25 to 30% in just a little bit of time. So I think that's going to be a detriment to all of these S20 devices. So we have that great new 120 Hz technology, but it is a huge battery hog. Now let's go ahead and view some content on the device and get a feel for the audio quality.
Now looking at the buds themselves, we have two tiny earbuds with an in-ear design with silicone tips. Basically, not much has changed from the previous generation. We now have what looks to be a reflective finish on the outside of each earbud.
So viewing your content is obviously going to be very enjoyable on the Galaxy S20 Plus. Humongous screen. The hole punch is smaller than the Note 10 Plus, and it's just nice having that smaller hole punch. It's just a lot less distracting when viewing your content or playing games or whatever it is you're doing. Now in terms of audio quality, the audio is very good. But the sound quality is actually very similar on all three of the S20 devices, which actually might be kind of surprising because usually the larger phones are pushing out a heck of a lot more volume. Sound quality seems to be on par on all three devices, so you don't have to worry about if you're getting a smaller device, if you're going to take a hit in audio or volume. It's a really good experience overall. Now, another huge appeal here is obviously going to be gaming with that 120 Hz refresh rate screen. I think this is going to be a great device for gaming. It's a great size. This is a very comfortable phone to hold. It's not crazy thick and bulky like the Ultra is on the S20 Plus, a much more conventional design here. So when holding the phone with two hands, either way, it's a very comfortable feel, very rounded corners to just give you a very comfortable holding experience. And the volume on this gets super loud, which will make for an even more enjoyable experience. All right, and now taking a look at the cameras on the S20 Plus. So we have a new single take mode, which allows you to capture a lot of pictures and clips in one take, and then you can choose the best out of those. We have all the good stuff you'll be accustomed to if you're familiar with Samsung devices. The night photography is phenomenal. We have our pro and panorama modes, all of our live focus, all that good stuff. So of course we have our wide angle here for those wider shots. This is our standard lens. We have a 2x optical zoom. We are able to go 4 times with no issues. Couple different subjects here, no issues at all. And then we have 10 times, 20 times, and then at 20 times you'll see that little viewfinder in the top right there. Allows you to really focus on where you wanted to be, so it's really nice to just look up in that upper right corner there. Oh, I wanted to hit the Galaxy Buds here. There you go, easy shot. And then we have that times 30. So this certainly isn't optical, but you can see it really doesn't look too bad. For a 30 times zoom, this is actually coming out pretty clear. So going from the widest here, all the way to 30 times. So crazy range of these cameras. It's very fun, very impressive to play around with these. It's very cool to see what these cameras are capable of doing. Actually looks pretty clear there, not bad at all. So first impressions here of the Galaxy S20 Plus. I'm very impressed with this device. I mean, it's gonna come down to that price tag. Is it $1,200 impressive? That's gonna be the question here. It's just very interesting to think about the idea that you can get a very good condition or even new Galaxy S10 Plus for half the price than the S20 Plus. I know you have a much larger screen on here. You have that refresh rate on here. You have the faster charging on here. You have the better cameras on here. There's a lot of improvements here on the S20 Plus, but the S10 Plus is a very capable device. I'm very happy with this guy still here in 2020. So it's just interesting to think about the cost here that you're paying for this device, even though it is a very impressive device. But aside from the hefty price tag, everything here is just excellent. Screen size is excellent. I really like the feel of this one. Just everything about the form factor, the size, just the curved edges. It fits in your hand very nicely. It is a larger 6.7-inch screen, but it really feels manageable to hold and use. So if you're worried about getting a larger phone, you're not going to have to worry too much here with the S20 Plus. It just has a very nice feel overall. And of course, that refresh rate is just crazy. It is crazy responsive. I just love the feel of it. But again, is it going to hit that battery too much? Is it going to get to a point where it's not even practical to use on a daily basis if it's just going to completely kill your battery? We have a much less obnoxious camera square here on the back of the S20 Plus, and that again adds to just making this an overall really nice feel in the hand. And this gray color is quite nice, and you won't be disappointed if you go with it. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on the Galaxy S20 Plus, so let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the Shane Symonds YouTube channel today and hitting that bell icon for notifications. And I'm also giving away 3 pairs of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus, so check out the link in the corner here or down in the description on the video to find out more on how you can have a chance to win a pair of these for yourself. I hope to see you around for the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.